I was browsing through Netflix the other day looking for something to watch to kill a couple of hours, and I landed on Creep, and I was blown the fuck away. Freaked out to no end, I couldn't sleep well for a couple of weeks, but blown away. It was incredible. This was one of the few times I've enjoyed a movie so much that as soon as it ended I put on the sequel. The only other time I can remember doing that is with Before Sunrise. Creep and its sequel are like no horror films I've ever seen before. The setup is simple. A videographer named Aaron is hired to come out to a house in the middle of nowhere and film the guy who claims to live there, Joseph. Supposedly because he's dying of cancer and he wants to leave behind a document of himself for his unborn child to get to know him. And it quickly becomes clear that something much more sinister is going on.
Hi!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm assuming you're Aaron.
Yeah, I'm Aaron. Nice to meet you.
Joseph. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be a good day.
There have been plenty of other found footage horror films, and plenty of other horror films about the bizarre relationship between a psychopathic killer and their disturbed hostage. But the approach to Creep makes it wholly unique. It's wonderfully minimalist. Creep doesn't need buckets of blood or fancy special effects to frighten its audience. There isn't even any musical score, which is often a big part of a horror film's atmosphere. It's just two actors and a camera. Joseph and Aaron's dynamic is completely engaging, both as a burgeoning friendship in the first half of the film, and as an unsettling stalker-stalkee relationship in the second half. Creep is essentially a mumblecore horror film, often dubbed mumble gore, spearheaded by Mark Duplass, one of the pioneers of the mumblecore movement. Like Hannah Takes the Stairs, the definitive mumblecore movie, also starring Duplass, it's a low-budget character study with no stylistic embellishments, driven by improvised dialogue, except the character it studies is a psychotic killer. Ad-libbed dialogue is usually used in comedies or naturalistic dramas like Eric Romer films. I've never seen a horror movie use this technique of just rolling the camera and figuring out each scene with the actors having conversations in character. It really amplifies the horror and sells the reality of the whole situation. It's not just the stalking and the jump scares and the creepy wolf mask that make Creep a terrifying experience. The awkwardness between Joseph and Aaron makes the whole thing feel hauntingly real. I'm a very awkward person, so I love when awkwardness is portrayed authentically in a movie.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna snitch on you.
Well, I hope not, because I'd fucking kill your family.
What?
Sorry, that was an exaggeration.
It's okay. My dad has cancer, so...
The second-hand embarrassment and uncomfortable silences in Creep make these two characters feel like real people. So by the time one of them is swinging an axe into the other one's head, you feel like you're watching a real murder. I've seen some negative reviews of Creep call it self-indulgent or unambiguous. Variety's critic wrote that the film would be more effective if it was less obvious that Joseph isn't telling the truth. But honestly, that worked for me. You can tell from the offset that Joseph isn't who he says he is. But the mystery surrounding the truth keeps you on the edge of your seat. If he's not who he says he is, then who the fuck is he? He's a very, very good liar, confidently telling detailed stories about a wife who doesn't exist, so you're captivated even when you know he's not telling the truth. The first half of the movie keeps you hanging in suspense, waiting for Joseph to reveal his true nature.
I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and just leave. Right now.
What the fuck's going on?
Then the second half of the movie keeps you hanging in a whole different kind of suspense, waiting for Joseph to pounce and reveal his diabolical plan, as he spends weeks tormenting Aaron with creepy packages in the mail and low-key home invasions in the middle of the night. Not only is Creep a really effective horror movie, it feels like its own particular kind of horror movie. It's not like other found footage films, it's not like other two-handers. Creep is its own beast entirely. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the little bell. And also seize the day and call your mom and be kind to yourself.